I'm really excited about this next bit because I actually have the chance to share with you as well. So I'm going to be talking to you today a little bit about the potential that we all have within us. Have you ever gotten to the point where you feel like, I want to make sure that I am who I always said I would be? Have you ever had that thought? I made these commitments sometime, and I wish I was, following along with those commitments. I want to talk to you about a phrase that we use all the time called "no guts, no glory." Perhaps you've heard of it. And I want to start here. I want to start in maybe what would seem to be a bit of a strange spot, but this is an article that was published in the Scientific American. Mental health may depend on creatures in the gut. That's interesting, right? Subtitle here is: the microbiome may yield a new class of psychobiotics for the treatment of anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. Really powerful study. So a couple of quotes from that, because we're not claiming any cures or treatments or preventions of diseases and things like that. No, we're talking about nutrition. And this article is a lot about that. So the quote, the first one that I want to share with you is fascinating. By colonizing germ-free mice with the bowel contents of people with irritable bowel syndrome, which induces constipation, diarrhea, pain, low-grade inflammation, but has no known cause, the McMaster's team, that's the team involved in this study, reproduced many of the same gastrointestinal symptoms the animals developed: leaky intestines, their immune systems activated, and they produced a barrage of pro-inflammatory metabolites, many with known nervous system effects. So moreover, the mice also displayed anxious behavior. Think about that for a second. Just by changing the gut microbiome and sharing from one infected mouse into another non-germ-free mouse, they started to develop anxious behavior, along with the physical symptoms, the behavioral symptoms. Another quote: gastroenterologist Stephen Collins discovered that if they colonized the intestines of one strain of germ-free mice with bacteria taken from the intestines of another mouse strain, the recipient animals would take on aspects of the donor's personality. Naturally timid mice would become more exploratory, whereas more daring mice would become apprehensive and shy. These tendencies suggest that microbial interactions with the brain could induce anxiety and mood disorders. That's how powerful your gut is. We truly sometimes, in my opinion, underestimate. I mean, maybe not all of us, those of us that are informed, but we underestimate the impact of our gut on overall happiness, health, and vitality. We are in a symbiotic relationship with the critters that are populating our microbiome. That is what we have learned this morning in spades from all the doctors and Jerry. Their dance controls a lot of our life. Your gut, your enteric nervous system is signaling your brain more frequently than your brain is signaling to the rest of your entire body. That's crazy, and yet true. Astoundingly, the enteric nervous system is part of a larger system that controls the entire endocrine system, signaling through the vagal nerve, right? Digestion, immune response, and yes, our emotions. Wow. So if your microbiome is in charge of signaling your brain, and the alteration of the bugs dancing along inside your enteric nervous system can control your emotions, your immune response, your digestion, how much better would you feel if all of those things were aligned and just flowing smoothly and effortlessly? Moreover, if that were the case, how would you be different today? What life are you capable of leading? It's a powerful question because, when you were 7 years old, you had a different view of your life and where you would be, perhaps, than the circumstances or place where you find yourself now. Maybe. In many cases, what you pictured was heroic, prosperous, influential, a life that made an impact on the world, the legacy that you left behind. We envisioned ourselves in all of our potential glory. And I use that word really with intent. No guts, no glory, remember? Maybe you're living that life right now and maybe not. If not, I have a question. Real simple question. What changed? When did we, all of us, lower our standards from when we were young about making a life of difference and power? How did that happen and why did we let it? And here's a really interesting question. Could it be, seriously, what if it was just something we ate and continued to eat? It's a crazy thought, but consider for a moment the science that we just discussed all morning. And it's not that crazy. In fact, it becomes viable, becomes realistic. Your mother was far more right than you realize, far more. You are what you eat, more than you ever knew. So how do we get that back? Good guts may equate to a more glorious, happier life, but how do we get that back? It's all about choices that we make every single day. Creating habits out of choices so that the choices are already made might be nice too. Choice number 1, make your body a priority. Choose whole foods, fresh fruit and vegetables every single day, especially the green ones and the blue ones. The darker, the better. Pigmented food is your friend, right? No more processed foods, foods that come in a box or are in the aisles of the grocery store that are waiting for you. You have no idea how long that has sat there, right? Skip around it. Do a horseshoe around the grocery store, skip everything in the middle. Hydrate. And it's important to mention that soft drinks are not hydration. In fact, soft drinks are your enemy, even the ones with artificial sweeteners. Hydrate. Drink water, right? Every day, and drink enough of it. You do not need to diet. You just need to eat well, right? There is a diet out there, and it is healthy foods, right? Circle the grocery store, like I say. Brown before white. That's a good one. Always keep this in mind with regard to your food and how you treat food that goes into your body. Brown before white. Bread should be brown before white. Chocolate, darker the better, right? Rice. You know how they make white bread white. They bleach it. Same thing with flour. That's the way it gets there. So don't fall for that trick, right? Next, eat gut health promoting foods. Things that you might not suspect. Garlic, onions, bananas, right? Vegetables that are high in fiber. Eat a healthy diet. Yes, we are a supplement company that recommends eating a healthy diet of good, high quality food, right? Get tested. If you're not feeling 100%, it's that simple. The first place to start is with your general practitioner and get tested. Check on your thyroid function. Keep in touch with your body in areas where you don't know, right? Your iron levels, your hormone levels, your vitamin D levels. Occasionally, maybe once a year, get a full blood count and get a full health examination, a physical exam. Know your numbers. Become familiar with what the good numbers are and the bad numbers are. How's your cholesterol, right? And move your body every single day. Get at least 30 minutes of exercise. If it has to start with just a 10-minute walk, then make it a 10-minute walk. That will begin to change you in ways that you cannot today imagine. Choice number 2, make your mind a priority. This is harder, because a lot of, especially right now, especially with everything that is going on, with us being locked in our homes, in some cases, maybe we're starting to open up, being behind a face mask with everyone that we talk to. It can be difficult. Make your mind a priority. Meditate. Take the time to simply be with yourself in silence and be comfortable. That's an important thing. Be comfortable in your own skin. Number two, get the right amount of sleep. I know that in a lockdown, everybody is saying, hey, Disney Plus, Netflix, and Amazon Video, right? There's so many different things to watch. And you get wrapped up laying in bed watching TV. Just cut it out. Do your best to simply sleep. Follow the rhythms of the planet. When it's dark, sleep. When it's light, wake up. Practice mindfulness. Now, this is really difficult, but it gets easier every single day. Mindfulness, that is the idea that you're doing the things you're doing throughout your day with intent. I meant to do this, and I am doing it to the best of my ability, right? Be intentional with what you are doing during your day, and do it with vigor, or maybe you shouldn't be doing it. And then the last one, socialize. I know that sounds crazy, right? Where here we are in these circumstances, and I'm telling you to socialize. You know what? It's more important than ever. We're socializing right now. If this were a Zoom call, we could see each other's faces, we could talk. You can sit 6 feet apart with the people that are on your street. Talk to each other from one porch to the other porch. Whatever it might take, socialize. Get to know people you don't know. This is a great time, because trust me when I tell you, other people out there right now are looking to find social outlets as well. Give them the opportunity to reach back out to you. You just might help their life as much as you're helping your own. All right, choice number 3, make your soul a priority. This one's important, especially with what is going on right now with the wildfires in so many diverse places, and a massive storm bearing down on the Gulf Coast. Give. There is a reason that it is the central pillar of the company, right? Live, give, grow. Giving changes you. It makes you a better person. When you focus outwardly, your life changes. When you focus inwardly, it changes too, but not in a good way. And then secondly, practice gratitude, right? Go out of your way when somebody does something for you, even if it's slight, even if it's small, be thankful, and go out of your way to be thankful. They'll notice, they'll appreciate it, and they might even learn to do the same. All right, number 4, supplement. Yes, we talked about eating a healthy diet, but you know what? Supplementation is a keystone of success. A lot of everything we've already talked about, but supplementation is not a replacement for a healthy diet. It is to fill in the gaps and to support your healthy diet. So a lot of us may or may not get all of the nutrients that we need extracted from our food. In fact, that's one of the benefits of AFA, Aphanizomenon floss aqua, is to help you get the nutrients from your food. There's a symbiotic relationship there as well. So what does that mean, supplement? Well, B vitamin, zinc, folate, omega-3, magnesium, and zinc, you need these things. Guess what? They're in the algae, right? Minerals, people also happen to be commonly deficient in zinc and vitamin D and iodine and magnesium, these kinds of things, right? They're naturally found in a lot of the products that we have here at New Earth. That's why number 3 is important, supplementation with vitamin and mineral-rich wild microalgae. It is, pound for pound, hands down, without question, the most powerful superfood on the planet. There is no other competitor. There's no second place here. It's too distant to even be called second place. It is a phenomenal ingredient, and I invite you to continue your search for Aphanizomenon floss aqua and the benefits that it has. It's incredible, and we'll talk more about that actually in the afternoon session. And support your body with good bacteria like Acidophilus, DVS1, and Bifidus. both of which are available in the essentials packet. All three of those: algae, enzymes, and probiotics. Those things that you need every single day. All right, next. Number 5, a choice is journaling and goals. I know that journaling can be hard, but if you've ever tried to motivate yourself or coach yourself and you've done it without journaling, it probably hasn't been successful. Journaling is self-coaching, and it's the best kind because it drills messages into your psyche, into your brain, that really push you to be the person that you want to be the change that you want to see in yourself. Take 15 minutes a day of dedicated time, and it'll be a healthy meal for your psyche. Granted, it's not easy to do, but it's important. It's also a good way to keep yourself accountable to some of the goals that you have been giving yourself, right? You want your business to grow. You want your products to make a difference. Well, if you don't remember to take them and take them efficiently, right? How's that going to work out? A journal is evidence of success as well. It's evidence of walls that have been breaking down because of the things that you are doing today. You do those things with enough consistency, in the future, you'll be different, and you can look back and see that you're different. That keeps you motivated for the future. And a journal is going to help you repeat successes and avoid repeating pitfalls. That is the number one. Think about new businesses. How many fail that start every single year, especially in times like these, right? And it's because we repeat pitfalls that we've made in the past. That is a great way. Journaling is a great way to make sure you stop repeating those pitfalls. Same thing applies to your health. So, how long does it take to repopulate the gut with bacteria? How long does that take? Well, it depends on what you do. If you do not take proper measures to repopulate your gut with the good guys, it could take years, and it could never happen. It's a scary thought, but it's completely true. It could never happen, at least never happen properly. When you cannot give a clear answer on exactly how long it will take to build up your good bacteria, then you are resigned to simply follow best behaviors every single day until you start to see changes, right? Because everybody is different. It's just the way we're built. So taking supplements and eating a good diet is definitely going to help. There's no doctor in the world that's going to tell you changing your diet won't be beneficial. Hydrating, moving your body more, and using these products that are based on foods are going to help as well. So keep your gut healthy. Now, one research study showed that people who took the proper steps and did the things that we've talked about recovered many of the lost bacteria within a month and a half. However, that is the fastest track. It took about 6 months for most of the people to mostly recover their microbiome. Think about that and really ponder that. I know as humans, we're not used to things like that. We have a headache, we pop a pill, right? We want some energy, we drink a Red Bull. We want some popcorn, we use the microwave. I mean, that is just the way that we have become built. We don't read the book, we watch the movie. Well, your gut won't respond that way. And your health and your body doesn't like to respond that way. But when you really consider the investment, it's not that long. A new you is only 6 months away. Think about that. Change the way you eat, hydrate, and exercise, and use these supplements. And in 6 months or less, you could be feeling dramatically different. I'm going to challenge all of you to take that and to share this with other people. You know that a lot of people are struggling right now, particularly concerned about, their health. Right? They call it the COVID-19, and they're talking about the pounds that they've put on, right? Or the 2020 and the 20 additional pounds that they're putting on. Nobody likes to be trapped in the situations that we find ourselves. Don't let your health be subject to not just this illness, right? Do the things that the government is recommending and keep your masks on and socially distance and be appropriate around other people. But at the same time, don't languish away in the walls of your own home. Don't allow that to happen either. Stay up to date with yourself, feed yourself properly, right? And hydrate, eat good food, and use some great high quality supplements. And you will see in 6 months, you're not going to come out of this exhausted. You're going to come out of this on fire, feeling great. And other people are going to ask you, what are you doing? How can I do that too? So thank you, everybody, for sharing that with me and giving me the opportunity to tell each of us, right? Remind each of us how we can regain access to the glorious person that we thought we could be when we were 7. I know that a lot of us would love to pull back time, and this is a great way to do it, right? Give yourself the opportunity to be who you always thought you could be. And you could happen and you could get a lot closer in just 6 months.